Hello and welcome to Awaken the Truth Within with Zoey Gold. In today's podcast, I want to talk about something very important that you may find very, very useful. And it came out, this particular issue came out in a few of my recent sessions with my one-on-one clients, and as well in a few of my master classes for my True Abundance program. So the question was from entrepreneurs, service providers, and coaches about providing great service but not getting enough compensation for that, financial compensation. Either not having enough clients or having clients that don't have money or cannot afford their services or are not willing to pay the particular amount or. So everything in that kind of particular topic. Now, the interesting thing is that I've heard about it more and more and more in the recent months. And I work with some of very, very successful clients in their industries. And so it applies to people who are just starting their career, who've never had a lot of financial breakthroughs in their lives. And it also applies to people who are very successful in what they do and are successful financially, but they still have that, cap or that point beyond which they cannot break through. Or it goes up and it works for them. I mean, the profit and everything, and then something happens and it goes down, and then it goes up, and then it goes down. So, and that's why I decided to dedicate this particular episode to this thing and my observations and what you can do about it right now. So first of all, when you look at your clients, if you're a service provider, if you're a coach, you can maybe even look even deeper at that. But let's make it very, very general. So if you look at the patterns, there are some similarities of how your clients, if they are already your clients, communicate with you and how they do different things, how they do business with you. There are also similar patterns in what kind of clients come to you, and also how they are attracted to you, what issues they bring to the meeting with you, or to whatever they want you to help them to do. And when you look at that and you notice particular patterns, some clients are, well, I wouldn't say this about clients, but that's what I hear a lot, that some service providers, some coaches say that some clients are more difficult than others in communication, in the things that they are trying to do or achieve, in the way they make decisions, etc. Now, if you pay attention to those patterns, and you also pay attention to what is going on with you, in you, on a regular day basis, and it does not have to be about business or income or your clients. It can be about your inner atmosphere, your feelings, your stress level, your communication with your family members and friends, with things that you entertain in your head about the past, things that you're afraid of, things that you want to prevent and avoid. If you look at that, if you look at what's going on in you on a regular, everyday basis, and especially if this particular pattern has been with you for a while, you can see the correlation, because everything that is around us, the physical universe, whatever is manifested, it's a reflection of what is going on in you. And outside is basically just the mirror. And with your inner atmosphere, and that can include a lot of things like beliefs, pictures that you see on the screen of your mind, things that you think about, things that you're afraid of, things that you worry about, things that you remember from the past, painful memories, things that you're stressed about, etc. So Plus beliefs, mindset, and all other things, different rules that you came up, different decisions that you made along your physical path, and all other things. Basically, your inner atmosphere, your inner world, how you feel, your emotional state, your emotional well-being on an everyday basis. What mood you wake up, how you actually communicate with the service providers that you want to purchase services from. So first of all, you have to, the good idea here is, first of all, to notice these patterns in you, or some patterns that could be considered as making your life difficult, making your decision process difficult, worrying, being stressed. Now, if those clients with similar patterns come to you, you can clearly understand why they are making this situation difficult for you, why making decisions for them, whether to buy this property or that property if you're a real estate agent, or whether to get this package or that package if you're a service provider or coach, whatever. It's so frustrating for them, and their fears come up, etc. Right? So what you have to become the client that you want to be. What I mean by that is, if you, when you want to purchase some services, or you want to work with the service provider or whatever, if you want to get things for, let's say, free, your clients or potential clients would want to get things from you for free. If you are the kind of person who wants to get things cheap or get a discount, and I'm not saying this is wrong or bad, different people have different reasons for that and why they're doing that. And usually those reasons are pretty good, because you don't have enough, because you have some other things that you want to spend your money for, or you need to, I don't know, help your children or whatever. I'm not talking about the reasons or excuses. I'm just saying that if you, when you see a good product, when you see that this is actually going to help you, hesitate and are afraid and are not sure what to do, your clients will do the same. If you actually see a good product and you know this is something that could benefit you, and you want to get it for a very, very cheap price, and you want to get it for a very, very, very good discount, your clients will do that with you. Why? Because this is what you radiate from you, because it's not just the behavior. Behavior is an effect. The cause, it's what you believe. You believe about money, your ability to make it, your ability to have it, to be worthy of it, to have enough of it. And you cannot jump further than your beliefs, and or I would even say your identity. And by identity, I don't mean your true identity, because your true identity, you're perfect in every sense and way. You're this magnificent divine being. That's who you truly are. I'm talking about this conditioned self-identity, which you picked up along your physical path and constructed based on things that happened in the past, based on what you observed, based on what other people told you, based on what you believed, whatever. So you cannot jump higher or further away from your identity, from who you believe you are, from what you believe you can do or able to do. And that shapes and influences your behavior when you purchase different things. And not just about money, about everything. But in this particular podcast episode, we're talking about the services and profit and income, etc. Right? So these particular inner entanglements, beliefs, rules, they shape your behavior. That's why you behave that particular way. That's why you have those patterns of stress and anxiety and worrying and fear and other stuff. That's why. And that's why you're attracting it, because you cannot attract something that is beyond where you actually are. Internally, in your mind, in your mindset, in your feelings, in your inner atmosphere, and in what you actually do. So think about that. Think about those patterns that you have. And it does not have to be, exactly like I did this to this service provider, so this client will do for me. No, look more general at your inner atmosphere and how you feel. Do you live with ease? Do you live with joy? Do you work with joy? Do you play with joy? How much freedom you experience and feel on everyday basis? Internal freedom. Because we live both in internal and external world. And most of your time you spend with you in this internal world. How do you feel when you wake up, before you go to bed, during the day? How do you feel when you sit in a quiet room with yourself? Or do you ever do that? Maybe you don't. Maybe you try to shut down everything that's going on with you, because sometimes there is a mess inside, right? Because there is always that wisdom and that knowing and that the truth that is within you, that is always there, and it's speaking with you with that very, very still and quiet voice. And at the same time, there is a lot of noise of different beliefs, things that you worry about, things that you try to prevent, things that you try to avoid, things that you are afraid of, things that are not working in your life, things that did not work in the past, past failures, different dramatic situations, and all that noise that's always, not always, but often, and for some people, you could even say almost always, coming up and really takes away from that quality of life that you could be living in, that freedom and ease and peace and joy. So what many people do, they try to shut that off, and there are different extent to how much people do that. Sometimes they just I would say maybe neutral ways is overeating or watching a lot of television, so your mind is occupied with something else and you don't have to stay along with yourself to feel all of that and to even try to hear that inner wisdom that is trying to speak to you, because you're so tired of hearing that noise that also tearing you apart. Many people go to more extremes with alcohol and drugs and, partying, overeating, and all that stuff. So how do you feel when you are alone, when you are one-on-one with you? How much time do you actually give to yourself to reflect, to see what's going on in you, to let go of stuff that is bothering you? How much lightheartedness do you have every day? Happiness, joy, freedom. All of this stuff is reflected in your job, if it's 9 to 5, or in your business, or in your consulting business, or coaching business, or service business. It's all reflected, and then people wonder why I am paying so much attention to this. I'm working so hard. I'm giving so much effort to it, and it doesn't seem like to be working the way I want, or it brings mediocre results, or it gets to a particular level and then it doesn't go beyond that. Why is that happening? While the person is in that, lives and is in that internal turmoil, or in extreme cases, or just being stressed and frustrated on a daily basis. And for many people, what I notice working with them, it's not actually, for some people, don't get me wrong, it's actually physical reality stuff, like not enough money in the bank, like problems with a teenager or some other stuff. But for many people, these issues that bring them stress, from stress to pain to suffering, are in their imagination. And by imagination, I mean they think about something horrible, or unpleasant or unwanted that may come and happen in the past because of this, and that. And future is only in your head. It hasn't come yet. And many of the things that many people worry about will never actually happen. But they spend a lot of time being very stressed about something that can happen because they believe that this may lead to that, or that may lead to this, or this particular situation can lead to that. And basically they are playing with their imagination in a way that is not benefiting them. Again, why is that happening? Yes, because of different habits that they have. But it is also because of those inner entanglements, rules, beliefs, and all that stuff that can be resolved. And again, if you need help with that, you can connect with me, and we will see how we can do that. But it is important to understand that whatever is going on in you, whatever you believe about you, whatever you believe your identity is, will be reflected on your business and on your income and on your profit. That way, you can actually see the cause, and you can actually work with the cause in order to create the shift in your results as well. So I hope this was helpful for you, gave you some thoughts to think about, and what you can do about it is to, first of all, it's the first step is to notice it, to observe these patterns within you, and do anything you can to let it go, to feel joy, to tap into that inner wisdom within you, to tap into that inner truth, to give yourself some time, to spend at least 1 hour a day going for a walk, but not going for a walk and thinking about some problems that you have at work, but going for a walk in order to release it, all that stress, and connect and align. Also, to maybe read a book, a book that will not just some, even though there is nothing wrong with that, like a romantic story or whatever, but read the book that will actually feed your mind with something beneficial to you, like a personal development book or something that you're interested in, that will help you expand, that will help you grow, that will help you feel that feeling of fulfillment while you're doing that will help you learn something useful for yourself. Different daily routines of how you start your day will also help, because 20 minutes of how you start the day can actually influence the way your day will go and your inner atmosphere in that day. So it's basically refocusing, retraining yourself, and releasing those inner entanglements. Now, about releasing those inner entanglements, sometimes it can be very challenging to do on your own. That's why I said, if you want, you can always connect with me and we can see. Because if you work with a professional who dedicated their life to this, to understanding how transformation work, as I did, then it is easy. Because when I work with my clients, I can, within first 5 minutes of talking, I can see those patterns that are blocking the person. And I have the best tools and the best strategies to help the person to release that, so the person is free and moving towards where they want to go. Like nothing is tearing them apart, and the whole of them is moving towards where they want to go. But what you can also do, it's thinking about the daily routines, different things that can help you align with who you truly are, that can help you remind you of who you are, that can help you feel the way you're meant to, that will help you focus in the way that will be beneficial to you. And that's another benefit working and going through, let's say, what I see with my clients and my master classes in my different programs, is even the way you plan and structure your day or refocusing really helps. And when you are given that system, you're given that structure, it's so much easier than just reinventing the wheel, right, by yourself, for yourself. It's the same thing as, let's say, learning a language or learning, different crafts. If you want to just try to do it, then you can open the book and try to learn the new language or try to learn how to draw. But if you want to be really good at it, and especially if you want to master it on a professional level, you have to have a teacher, an instructor, that the guide, the facilitator, who will help you learn the techniques, tools to master it easier, faster, quicker, in a more pleasant way. And the result will be so much more effective and so much more beautiful than if you were trying to figure out on your own. Because try to learn how to, speak another language or draw at a professional level by yourself. It's impossible. I wouldn't say impossible, but it is very challenging, and it is maybe one person in the world somehow will be able to figure it out. But for most people, it will be something that they will probably not accomplish at all. So for that reason, there are professionals who can be of help. And it is beautiful to see when I work with my clients how freeing from those internal struggles, for some people they just call it stress, some people can actually feel suffering, can literally create such a difference, first of all, in the quality of their life and also in their results in every aspect of their lives. Because if you can remember, if you have something that bothers you every day, that you think about every day, that brings you stress or pain, or you have some painful memory from the past that you entertain every day. Now think about how much freedom, how much free time and energy you would have if you were free from that. How much energy and joy you would have to give to people you love. The focus that you will have to give to the things that you want to achieve and do, how much power you would have, and you could put it towards what you actually want and your goals and your vision and your dreams, instead of spending those 20 minutes to an hour. Like I've worked with people who had something that happened with them, 20 years ago, but they were still thinking about it every day for like 3 hours. Not 3 hours, they're deciding I will be just sitting here and thinking about it. They are kind of spread it throughout the day, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes there, but in total it came to 3-4 hours. And how much really freedom and energy and joy and love and fulfillment you would have if you could release that, or you could resolve that. So think about that. Give yourself time to relax, to unwind, to spend with yourself in a joyous atmosphere, so you can really, really give yourself a chance to tap into the truth that is within you, to hear it, to feel it, to know it, and to be guided by it. So this is it for today. Enjoy this beautiful day, and I will talk to you in our next podcast. Have an amazing day. Bye now.